Michael's responses about the Gospels and Luke, John, Matthew, they all complement each other.
No, they contradict each other.
No,
they contradict each other. They don't complement each other. They have different things happening, or they're the same thing happening at different times and in different sequences.
The evangelists were writing from their own perspective, not in a unified way. They were writing from their own perspective, much as any writer today will treat of a subject in one way. Writing a biography of Clive Jenkins, the biographer would write about him in one certain way. Another biographer would treat his subject in a different way. Hence, the evangelists did the same.
So do you believe they were inspired by God when they were writing it?
Yes.
So how come God mistakenly gave some wrong information to at least 3 of them and arguably 4 of them?
Wrong information in what way?
Well, when you say that, if you accept that there is or let's not say contradictory, let's just say different, although it is contradictory. That if Jesus was the chronological sequence, for example, of Jesus' crucifixion and resurrection is different in the different Gospels. And based on the day that he was arrested is different in different Gospels. Now, if the creator of the universe was inspiring people to write the story of his only son coming to earth and being crucified, he'd get the facts right and he'd tell each of them the same thing. But he didn't, if he exists. So how do you explain that?
If he exists.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm granting for the purpose of this discussion that he exists. Let's say he exists. How come he's such a poor communicator that he can't manage to tell 4 people the same story to write in the book?
Because they're writing from different perspectives.
But how can they be writing from different perspectives if they're inspired by the same
Because
God?
they're human beings. They're writing from their own knowledge of what they knew and what they wanted to write about.
So they might be mistaken then, is that right?
Okay, well, so just if I can paraphrase.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, they might be mistaken. That's pretty good.
May I
okay.
just address that? I think if I understand Martin correctly, that if the gospel writers were indeed inspired by God, it was their human influence that caused the discrepancies that.
Okay, right. Well, let's take a step further than that then. How then, if there's human influence and that's causing discrepancies, how do we know which parts of the Bible are the result of human error and which parts are true?
Which parts are true, which parts are error?
Yeah. How do we know? What criteria do we use to distinguish between those two?
History helps in one way. Archaeology.
Okay.
Those 2 factors alone, Michael.
Okay, well, let's take history and archaeology. That shows, for example, that the exodus from Egypt never happened. Would you accept that? History and archaeology has shown that the exodus from Egypt never happened.
Well, I don't know about that.
If we stick to the Gospels,
I don't know.
Okay, well, no. The point of raising that is that if the Exodus never happened, then the 10 Commandments being issued never happened, which is one of the central issues.
I'm worried about the way this is going because
I'm sure you are.
No, not in that sense, Michael. I want to come back to the miracles. I want to come back to the sun dancing Easter Sunday mornings since the 1st century. If they danced in the 6th century in honor of the resurrection of Jesus Christ, one can deduce from that it must have happened in the 1st century on the 1st anniversary of the resurrection.
Why would you deduce that? Did nobody notice it the first few centuries?
Why would it happen just in the 6th century?
Well, why would nobody notice it for the first 5 centuries?
Because I don't have any record of it. I'm not saying it didn't happen.
No, you're saying that it did happen,
no,
but that nobody noticed.
I have no record of it. My earliest record is the 6th century, as quoted by Sir Diarmaid MacCulloch in his book, The History of Christianity.
Yeah, but you're also saying that it must have happened for the first 5 centuries.
I'm deducing from that.
Okay.
I'm deducing from that, Michael, logically,
okay.
that it just didn't happen in the 6th century.
Okay.
It would be ridiculous to think it just happened then.
It would indeed, yeah. It is ridiculous to think that it just happened then.
I think we might come back to the miracles.